Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel siyayisibuka ama-reality shows ethu alive Mzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senze ama-reviews, ama-recaps, siyaphinda-ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities nama-YouTubers ethu alive Mzansi. If this is your first time joining me today and you think you like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi kanye ne-notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. There is a join button for those who want to be members kule channel and a thanks button for those who want to send thanks to the channel. You guys, namhlanje sizokhuluma nge-show entsha emnandi kakhulu ethi This Body Works For Me. This is a very interesting show, you guys. It's a controversial show. But I had to watch it, you guys, without judgment to actually see if it's a show that I will be interested in reviewing. And it turns out it's a really, really good show, you guys. The thing about it, Uguti, these girls might not be doing something that people think it's right to do, but they are still people, so they still live lives, they still live lives and lives that we can relate to. Sometimes they have families, they have partners, so it's gonna be interesting actually to talk about this show and see how we can relate to them, even though they do the kind of jobs that some of us think that are just amazed to go to people live like that. So there's quite a number of girls, guys, that are part of this show. For some reason, there isn't any photos that show the whole cast. I haven't found them. Maybe basazo a poster to see actually from these girls who are actually the main cast members, because I feel like in the first and second episodes they just keep on introducing girls. So some of the girls, I don't know if they're actually part of the cast, or some of them are friends of the show, but there's quite a few. But I will talk about them as they are introduced to the show. But the main person or the main cast member that seem like it looks like the show is centered around her is Uxoli Mfeka. Uxoli Mfeka is well known for being in the adult entertainment. I think this is one person, adult entertainment in South Africa, you think Uxoli Mfeka. But there are other girls that are introduced here. Some of them actually they are well known, but I didn't know them. I had to get to know them as I am watching the show. Okay, so when the show begins, I guess Uxoli is at home at her place. They do not show us whether it's a house or an apartment. It looks like an apartment, but the outside of it we did not see. She's with her partner. It's interesting to know, you guys, how a person that does this kind of a job can have a partner. So for me, it's gonna be interesting to see how they relate to each other. How do they deal with such a thing, with somebody that does the job that she does, but she's just chilling at home like everybody else. She's talking about the fact that she was at home recently. She's even wearing a spandla, so they actually have to abstain from certain things as partners, because of course she just did umsebenzi ekhaya. I guess it's a rule, because afterwards umsebenzi, you can't really be intimate with your partner. They're just talking about it. He doesn't seem to be happy about that, but she does mention ukuthi they have an arrangement with the gift, her boyfriend, ukuthi he is allowed to, I guess it's not cheating, but he is allowed to get other people involved in their relationship as long as she knows about it. I know it's not usual. It's not normal, but yes. So I guess they were just introducing her life, you guys. There wasn't anything really that exceptional about her life, except that she has a partner. She's coming from home. She lives a normal life. They just want to show us ukuthi abantu adults entertainment kahle kahle nabo, they just live a normal life just like us. It's not like every day and any day and every time they are doing the job. Just like us, we go to work, we come back home. They also go to work and come back home. So she is home. And then another girl, you guys, it's WANDILE. I think honestly this is one of the stories that I'm going to like for this show, because I think for her, they have been able to show us her family and her family structure. And I think this is going to be one of the most interesting stories. I think if they don't focus so much on her job and they give us a little bit more of her family, I think this is going to be an interesting story. She actually is living with her grandmother and her mother. It's like 3 generations of women. It's her grandmother, it's her mother, and her 2 siblings, younger sisters. She is the older sister, you guys. She is in adults entertainment. She has an OnlyFans page, and I guess she does the hookups. My understanding of hookups is that there are websites that you can go to, and you link up with somebody you don't know, and work out the price, and you get paid for the job. So she does that. Apparently, I'm sure a lot of people know this, but I didn't know there is a film or a video that they did with Uxoli that went viral, and they made a lot of money from that film or that movie or that video. And Uxoli is not understanding why WANDILE still does hookups, because they make a lot of money. They made a lot of money from the video they did together, that she shouldn't have to do that. She should focus on her OnlyFans page. Honestly, I want to know how much, because they say they make a lot of money from OnlyFans. I want to know how much is a lot of money, because WANDILE, she still lives at home with her family. So I don't know if that's by choice, or because if she's making a lot of money, I would think that maybe she would get her own place, but maybe she just likes to live at home. Her home is just, a normal home, you guys. It's nice, nice furniture, just clean, but nothing like, okay, these are rich people, these are people that are rolling in money. It's like a home, you guys, a nice home. So they do show us a little bit, WANDILE. I think there's an issue with her little sisters. I don't understand. She looks very young, by the way. She looks very young, and I guess she is working because there's an issue about ama reports abantwana not getting fetched from school. So the younger sisters are complaining that report cards nobody went and fetched reports from school, but their mother is there, and their mother is saying that WANDILE should be the one that should have gone to school and fetched report cards And there was also a form of one of the younger sisters that was supposed to be signed because she wanted to change subjects. She ended up signing the form for herself because WANDILE wouldn't sign it for her. It looks like that kind of a thing where a mother is expecting a firstborn to take the role of a mom when she's actually still around. So there is that dynamic, you guys. But in that scene, she does end up calling WANDILE to the side because she wants to talk to her. She says people have sent her videos of what WANDILE does. And WANDILE does say in the diary session, listen, I've told my mom what I do, but very surface, like I didn't go as deep in terms of explaining what I'm doing. But obviously, if people get hold of a video of me doing something, they will send it to my mom, Look at what your child is doing. And I guess this is what happened with WANDILE. Somebody sent the video to her mom. I'm just imagining, you guys, a mother getting, I don't know what the video was, but I'm just imagining the OnlyFans video being sent to your mom. So her mom is not really judging the situation, is not really being judgmental to her. She doesn't sound like she likes her doing what she does, but I think her concerns mostly is on safety. Are you safe? Do you need to go to the clinic? Do you need to go to the doctor and get checked? Because if you're doing things like that, you are not safe, which is a concern that any mother would have. But I'm surprised that she wasn't throwing a big tantrum about the fact that her daughter is doing something like that. She seemed to be accepting. I don't know if it's because the cameras were there and she was prepared that conversation was going to take place. Wandile does say that uhluphile a lot. She says uhluphile uma wakhe a lot. She feels like she has embarrassed uma wakhe a lot, and she feels like uma wakhe has been through a lot because of her, but she doesn't feel like this is something that she's going to stop. But she does promise her mom that she will go and get tested and give her the results if that's what she wants, and anyway, the scene goes back to Uxoli at the house, and she talks about the fact that after the podcast and chill, remember she once did an interview on McG's podcast, and she said she got really busy, people were calling her, she got into a lot of deals and all of that, and content is on demand, so she got a manager. Manager Mfundo is managing her now. So Mfundo arrives and they just wanted to talk about content. So he wants to post more content. I guess Uxoli is also into gym and stuff. So he feels like it's an opportunity for them to make money from the gym content. And yeah, you guys. And then the next girl that they introduce is Anele Mahlakatha. She says ukuthi she's known on Instagram as Unodoli, and she's from Marshalltown. Okay, she's just back from Nigeria. She doesn't explain what she was doing actually in Nigeria. See, the way she describes herself, she says she's an artist, but also she is a stripper or exotic dancer. And ingane kamfundisi u-Anele ingane kamfundisi yabona makuthiwa ene umfundisi akamzali umfundisi okwangempela futhi. So she said she was studying to be a nurse, and she was like I think she was doing like third year and decided this is not for me. She closed 1 year and decided she wants to go and do izinto of exotic dancer. Okay, so she said she hasn't been at home in a while, and even though she hasn't sat down and spoken to her parents about what she does, but she feels like it's a known secret. They do know what she does. I think, you guys, in terms of like doing izinto zo OnlyFans, doing abo porn, adult entertainment, there is no way that at some point there's not going to be somebody that is going to find your content online and send it to your family. So at some point somebody's gonna find it, even if you do it as a secret. Okay, so she said she was doing well at school. She was even on the SRC. She doesn't say where she was studying. She was even on the SRC. This end of the year they get the stipend. If you got to do SRC advices, she got her 30,000 rands, and that's how she started her business of being an exotic dancer. She left school and never went back. And she does say she did fall pregnant when she was very young and still in high school, and from then on her family regarded her as somewhat of a black sheep, so they distanced themselves from her. And I feel like that is part of the reason why she ended up just leaving the family and doing her own thing. And that is the thing that happens sometimes, like how you treat a child when they've done something that you don't approve of, and might actually lead to a child actually doing the even more of the things that you don't want them to do, because just because she fell pregnant earlier on in her life, the family distanced themselves from her, because obviously abantu besonto. So then she wasn't really welcome in the family. So what did she do? She went the opposite of what they expected her to do. Maybe they felt like if we distance ourselves, uzophenduka abe holy, abuya holy, and she went and became an exotic dancer. Yes, you guys. But all of these girls, guys, are beautiful, very articulate. You guys, I feel like for them, what they do, they take it as a job. It's a way to make money. Like Anel and Jay, it's a way to make money. But she's also into music. She was actually busy with the music. She says she says she is just from Nigeria, and she recently won an award. And through her music and stuff. So they're serious about their jobs, you guys. Just like we wake up and go to work, they wake up and get serious about their job. And then the next one is also an interesting one, you guys, because this is Samke Nkwanyana. Okay, Samke Nkwanyana is from Olundi. Okay, this story, you guys, really made me think. Okay, because she says, of course, like she did her matric in 2014, which is right now. Anybody that did matric in 2014, that is like a baby, you guys. 2014, and I was accepted at varsity, went to varsity, and then soon after that realized she was pregnant. So she was already pregnant when she got to varsity. I guess she was gonna do become economics, I guess, and then changed to B.Ed and graduated with a bachelor of education, I guess. And she says I doubted this qualification, because she was like, I remember seeing the pictures though, because her pictures trended when she graduated, being the only the person that has the OnlyFans page and graduating. But she says that, yeah, I guess I'm a qualified teacher. I'm like, how are you? How do you not know what you are qualified to be? But yeah, I guess she's a qualified teacher. But this is a story that was very interesting for me to learn about, because she says that when she was growing up, she was raised by her mom. I assume maybe a single mom, because she doesn't mention her dad. But she says that throughout their life, Uma Wake would bring different men to the house, different men. And she says that the way that her mom will explain it is that she is taking care of them. She's like, I'm taking care of you. This is the way that I am taking care of you. So she felt like, okay, that's what you do as a woman. In order to get what you need, you use your body to get what you need from a man. So that thing was instilled in her. So I guess when she goes to varsity, and at some point she couldn't really financially support herself, she went and did the same thing that her mom used to do. There is a story, guys, like I've always said that I'm not a Twitter person, so I'm not on Twitter, but I guess a lot of people that actually are on Twitter a lot know Samke's story, because she trended on Twitter a lot when her story came out about her and her mom getting into a situation with a Nigerian man, and somebody had also gone and bought her content on OnlyFans and posted it, and then it was shared and tweeted and retweeted, and everybody knew about it. And apparently they have that back and forth with Chris Excel, and he doesn't like her, so he is always tweeting things about her, and also went and found information about her boyfriend and tweeted it and all of that. So there's been that drama that went on Twitter. So I guess Samke is Twitter famous, or Twitter popular, but I don't know, you guys. She didn't seem like she was bothered that much about it. That is how she got famous on Twitter. She's like, yeah, that happens. If you have an OnlyFans, you have to accept that at some point, well, it's gonna come out that you are on OnlyFans. But the thing about it, she didn't express, because she did graduate with B.Ed, whether she actually is working as a professional teacher or not. She doesn't say. But it looks like she has plans to move forward and produce adult content, because there is a scene where she's there with her friend, and this one guy also comes, whom she says is very supportive to her, and they are calling Uxoli because they want to arrange a collaboration between the two of them. So they want to do, and Uxoli only does adult content. So it looks like even though she's graduated now, it's not like she has plans to go to teaching, and it will be strange as well, because kids go into those websites as well, and you have a teacher here. But she is making plans to actually move forward and produce content with Xoli, and I guess she still has her OnlyFans, and she's making money from there. Samke is a very beautiful girl, also a girl that looks very innocent, that you just wouldn't think. I think WANDILE, maybe you will think, yeah, this one would do something like that. But Samke is like an innocent girl. You're like, how did you end up here? But I think it is interesting when she gives her background, like you understand how she ended up there, you guys. of course, like when you get into like adult entertainment, there's a lot of reasons. Like there is a lot of reasons to get into any job. There is a lot of reasons why you get into adult entertainment. Some people it's because of the situations that they come from, their upbringing and all of that. Some it's because you're just struggling financially and you feel like it's the only solution. Some people just choose it. This is the way that I want to make money. This is the way that I want to make a living. This is the job that I want to do. So all of them seem to get into it for different reasons. I hate ukuthi on this show they don't get into a Olimfega's story, because it's like the other girls give a background. Every single one of them give a background on why they ended up where they ended up, as in adult entertainment, but they don't do that for Olimfega. It's almost like they assume that all of us know her, so we will know her story. But I feel like I would love to see them get into her story as well. I would love to see her family. I would love to know about how her family feels about it. Of course, with some girl, we don't meet her family. She's just there with her friends. And it sounds to me like her mom also still does adults, and she is into adult entertainment as well, because there's actually videos and pictures and stuff of them on Twitter or on the internet. So I still want clarity on that, because how does it get to that when you actually work with your mom in adult entertainment? Anyway, you guys, like I say, I will try and just not judge. The guy that is trying to help Samke connects with Uxoli is Marlon, she says, is the person that has supported her a lot. She's not specific to say that he is her manager, but he's somebody that has pushed her a lot to produce like content and be on top of her game. Okay, and then there is Prudence Matswewu. Prudence Matswewu is a girl from Soweto. Okay. She speaks like that. It's like, I'm from Soweto. When I hear accent, I'm like, girl, phuma kuphi, you know? He was just, the accent la. Accent, she says she's from, you know, like umuntu ophume Soweto, I'm from Soweto. Yeah. Anyway, she strips, and Naya, she dropped out of school. Who else dropped out of school? Anele dropped out of school from nursing, and Prudence also dropped out of school. Usamke actually finished school because she graduated. There's pictures, well, at least there's pictures of graduations, because nowadays you can have a graduation gown, you know, and just take a photo and take it back to to grade, whatever. What do you call that? Institution where you borrow gowns. But Usamke graduated. Prudence is the other one that dropped out of school. She says at some point she was studying. She was at university. She was studying, but at some point she was studying and working. At some point she had to decide, okay, because it will be busy at school. Work is busy. What is she gonna do? She chose to actually continue stripping. She is a stripper. On her scene, she's calling her mom. Just a normal conversation. Her mom is cooking. And she does not say, I think she did not say, Prudence, whether her mom knows what she does, you know. But like I say, you guys, it's unlikely that your parents will not know, because abantu bayathanda izindaba, they are going to send your parent your videos, oh, they're going to send them your photos, oh. Someone will send your mom. If people see you doing something wrong, they will send it to your mom, okay? And then the last scene, I think it was it the last scene where Wandile has a boyfriend, okay? I think that guy is like Nigerian. And he comes because he just came to fetch her because he wanted to have this conversation with her. And he is not happy, obviously he's not happy with her doing adult content. He feels like she should stop, but she says, okay, if I stop, are you going to give me the money? Because when we are normal, but you only give me 2,000, which is just to buy cosmetics and whatever. I need money. Would you be able to give me like real money that I make from OnlyFans? At some point they are discussing the 400,000 that she wants, and I'm like, is she making 400,000? You know? Man, but I'm like, but why is she still living at home if she's making that much? But I'm like, but she does have a choice to stay at home if she wants. But I was just thinking that because she was talking about the fact that he must give her the money that she makes from OnlyFans if he wants her to quit. And then at some point she wanted the 400,000, and the guy is like, no, man, maybe I can give you 100,000, but in installment, you know. And then this guy was also talking about wanting her to open an account. I'm like, what account is that? I'm like, hey, Jolof, usuqalile. Usuqalile. Lord is like, no, I ain't opening no account. I was wondering what account it is, or maybe a bank account. But I was like, but why would he want her to open the bank account? Yeah, but it's clear one to say what she doesn't trust this guy because he is two-faced, but then she doesn't explain why she feels like this guy is two-faced. And I also don't feel like anybody should make you stop doing the job that they found you doing, you know, unless they give you exactly the amount that you were getting from that job. Also, that can be a sign that they want to really like control you. Okay, and then the last thing was WANDILE meeting up with Xoli. Of course they're friends because they did do that video that they say went viral, which I've never seen, by the way. And WANDILE is telling Xoli about this incident that they had, where she was going for a hookup and then the guy paid with fake money, and then at some point she had a gun on her head and they took her phone, wanted her password from her phone, and took her money, I think, as well. Uxoli is like flabbergasted, like, why are you still doing ama hookups? Because we made so much money from that movie we did, and also you are making so much money from OnlyFans because of the video we did, so why are you doing hookups? She's saying that she doesn't is never gonna stop doing hookups because that's just what she wants to do, you know. But apparently she was in the situation, guys, which I think is very serious. She does say she feels like she needs to think a lot about her safety and before she moves forward, but she's not gonna stop. There's so many things that are brought up in this show that are of concern, especially when it comes to women. But one thing that is clear from the women that have been introduced so far on the show is that they are doing this out of their free will, like they are choosing to do it. None of them seem like they are forced by anybody, so there's no pimps inside, at least from what we've seen. Nobody's pimping anybody. They are doing it because they want to do it. But they also raise a very important issue of safety, because I always just think if you're going to just meet someone online and go meet them, if you're meeting them at the hotel or something, how do you ensure your safety? Because you can't bring a man along as security, because the whole point of it is that you come alone so that you can do whatever you do and you go home. So how do you ensure your safety in such instances? And how do you even make sure that the person pays you afterwards, because they can just do whatever and then be gone, you know? So people that do those jobs, I wonder about this, and how do they make sure that they are safe, you guys? Listen, I don't think that I'm gonna be interested as such in what they're doing, the actual act of what they're doing when they take the videos or whatever, but I'm definitely interested in their lives. I'm interested in their life stories. I'm interested in how they relate to each other or as a group, because in the next episode they actually meet just as a group and other girls are added as well in the episode. So I'm interested in that, and I'm interested very much in the how families feel about the whole thing, and also, do they actually really make that much money? Because is it worth it? Because it's so much. Any job that you do using your body must be worth it. Okay, so yeah, I'm interested. I'm definitely gonna watch. It hasn't bored me. The first episode and the second episode didn't really bore me, but the second episode did actually get a little bit interesting, so we will review it. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Mpumegiyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.